Yeah, our industry has legends.
Yeah.
It's almost like there should be a Hall of Fame somewhere, like near the NBA Hall of Fame. That's a truckers
Right.
Hall of Fame, you know?
Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at you go. Dad jokes coming out.
Hi, I'm Rob Nixon, and I don't know much about trucking, but I do know one of the most important things about a job are your coworkers. Now, truckers may not hang around a water cooler, but there is a community of professional drivers that are as close-knit as any workplace. Let's grab a seat at the truckers' table and find out what drives drivers.
My name's Kenny Chamberlain. I've been driving since I was about 10 years old. Started in a parking lot, and my father used to run the garage at my cousin's trucking company that I grew up next door to. I'm fortunate enough now to own my own company. I've got a few of my own trucks, and I'm very blessed, and that's where I am now.
I'm Ken Duncan. I've been trucking since '81. Spent the last 15 years at Walmart Transportation. I spent about a similar period of time owning my own trucks back in the 80s and 90s. I still truck a little for Walmart, and it's amazing, but I still really look forward to it. I enjoy it.
Well, I'm Andrew Lewis. I started driving when I was 13 in safe locations. For a cool factor for the older guys, I learned how to drive on my father's cab over in International with a 4 1/4 cat and a 13 speed. But I've been driving professionally for the last 5 years, and whatever makes a building build, I pretty much haul it.
There's a certain pride and professionalism in what we do that we all share together. And that's something that it's passed down.
I very well remember being 4 years old, playing in the yard, and every week or two, you'd hear a certain horn blast. And I would run to a certain driveway in the neighborhood because I knew Otis was coming home. Otis Fletcher was this warm, charismatic, amazing guy who happened to own a cab over truck, and he hauled swinging meat. I've been trying to be like Otis my whole life because my friends, my parents' friends, and people talked about the knights of the road, the guys that had your back. If it was a rainy night and you had a flat tire, someone that was going to stop and take you a few minutes and get you safe and get you off the side of the road, those were truck drivers.
It's funny that you mentioned growing up watching legendary truck drivers. I spent my whole life growing up watching you, John Brockway, my father, Rob Balfour, all of you guys doing your thing, and you guys were the role model of the truck driver I wanted to be when I grew up, and now I am. Like, you guys taught me, like when I go to a lumber yard and there's a kid throwing the straps the wrong way and he can't seem to do it right, it was you guys that showed me, go over and help him, don't make fun of him. And that's really what the community is now. Like, I expected to get made fun of when I first started hauling flatbed. But so many people come over and they're like, oh no, here's a tip. And I was like, really? Well, you're not gonna make fun of me? And they're like, no.
It's so rare for an industry to have that. You know, in corporate America, you're not going to have that camaraderie feeling. That
Not so
vibe,
much. You're
right.
trying to climb on top of each other to get to the top and then stay there without somebody ripping your bag down.
Right, but we work so, even the companies that don't even know each other, you can run into a company you've never heard of and meet a guy you don't know, but you're at the same place doing the same job. You guys have to work together because you want to get paid and get out of there and do your job correctly. So it makes more sense to help them than it does to try to, beat them.
Any thoughts on something that you wish more people knew about this industry, behind the curtain?
I mean, a lot of people think we just sit there and hold a steering wheel all day. Your mind has to be on 24/7 while you're doing it. There's no, you take a break for a minute, next thing you know, somebody's cut you off and run into you and you could have done something about it. That you can never turn off your brain. It's not something you can just be lazy about. You have to be on your game. You have to be good at it. You have to be professional about it. You have to be paying attention.
Do you have that feeling of fulfillment on a daily basis? Is that something you think about on the road?
They deregulated our industry in 1980. There were more trucks and more drivers than the market really demanded. Well, during COVID, that all changed, right? There was very few trucks and drivers able to produce, and people really needed stuff. They couldn't just go get off the shelf. And we started hearing, thank you, wow, I'm so glad you're here. While everything continues to evolve, we still need our commodities to move, our food to get from the farm to the table. And trucks and truck drivers are are going to be an essential part of that.
Yeah.
We need more truck drivers, and we need safe, courteous, thoughtful people who want to have a real career that has stability, that has a strong income to give them the lifestyle they want, to raise their family the way they want, afford to live in a community that they want to be in.
It's clear that professional drivers offer immense personal freedom, a mission, and has a rich camaraderie and community that all of you have thrived in and been a part of, and I appreciate that. So, you know, why don't we take our bobtails and smoke it for the barn before I take a toll on you.
Roger that, Rob.
Thank you guys very much. Pull up a chair at the trucker's table, hit that like and subscribe button for more words of wisdom from the road.